We've got 3 weekends left in the Premier League before the season is over. That is a melancholy thought. My name is James. I support Arsenal. Up top is Brad. He supports Chelsea. Down below is Jimmy. He supports Liverpool. Still with us this week. Still roaring to go. Still ready to kind of not care, I guess, what happens with Liverpool over the last couple of games, because it kind of seems like your season's basically over.
Yeah.
Not much left to play for.
Brad, do we even care?
I mean, listen, we scored 1 goal. Maybe we can get 1 win in 7.
Ooh, I don't know. Actually, I think I'm here for this because about a month and a half ago, Brad was really talking a big game about being able to relegate Tottenham in round 37, and
we're gonna give them the gift that keeps them alive.
Yeah, you're gonna secure their position.
They might, yeah.
And then like our ultras might burn down Stamford Bridge just to get Blueco out of the building.
No, that would be perfect for Blueco because then they can file an insurance claim, and these private equity people love insurance claims.
Exactly. Oh, they do.
They love a good insurance claim. Okay, wow, that's not where I thought we were going, but I'm glad we went there, and I'm glad you're along with us on this ride with us, and you'll want to stay with us and stay with Red Card Radio by hitting that subscribe button, ring the sub notification bell if you're on YouTube. If you're on one of the podcast sites, hit it with a follow. 5-star review, whatever your platform so allows. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think about Brad and his plan for arson.
Arsenal.
Arsenal. Oh, I said what I said.
No, because now we gotta
Brad. Okay, loyal listeners, friends of the podcast. Brad has no plans for arson. It was a joke. If something unfortunate befalls Stamford Bridge this weekend, it wasn't Brad. He's not there.
There's no way I could be there. I can promise you that.
He doesn't have a passport. He can't get there. Man, well, now I'm all derailed. Watch to the end, hit the share button, send it to your mother. Helps us out a lot. But you guys alluded to this. There's a huge football match from Anfield, 7:30 a.m. Saturday morning in the prime time spot. It's the lunchtime kickoff in England. Liverpool versus Chelsea. There's a reason why the broadcasters picked it, because it's such a huge match.
It is the perfect game to sleep through.
You mean you're not getting up at 6:30 to turn that game on?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will not. I will probably wake up, maybe see the score, and then go to some youth soccer.
You roll over, check your phone.
I mean, historically, Liverpool and Chelsea in the recent years have been a very low-scoring affair. A lot of 0-0 draws.
Yes.
Yep.
Just wait for this one to be the 6-5 banger that it could be. It's not going to be. It's not going to be, guys.
It'd be dope. Score all the XG goals we've been supposed to score these past 6 weeks and just drop it on Liverpool's lap. I'm here for that future.
Liam Delap hat trick.
Yeah, let's go.
We do have our 3rd string goalie. I mean, you should be able to at least score a goal against him.
If Liam Delap scores a hat trick, he's gonna punch somebody in the face. This guy has self-control issues, and he's always like, there's just like one angry moment from lashing out and punching somebody in the mouth. I could see him just like scoring his 3rd goal, walking over to the corner flag and just decking the linesman, just knocking out the linesman.
He goes to hit the flag and just hits the linesman.
I don't know. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a game where all of the goals are scored off corner kicks and set pieces. Nothing can be scored from live play.
The Arsenal special.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is funny.
We're gonna have like 4 goals on Soboslai free kicks, and
he's a master at it. Got to give Cole Palmer a couple penalties if we're doing dead.
Sure. Yeah, I mean
he's gonna miss them.
No, not this game, Brad. Remember 6-5. Who's going to get the 6th though? It's going to be a mystery. You might want to tune in.
Yeah, that's the Red Card Radio's pick of the week. Speaking of penalty goals, do you know who has scored 27 straight penalties that he's taken?
In the world or EPL?
In the last 27 penalties this man has taken, he's scored 27 straight. Spoiler alert, the only reason I know the statistic is because it's an Arsenal player. But the leagues in which he has done them is in England, obviously the Champions League, and then in the Portuguese league. He's Swedish.
Gyökeres?
Yes, Victor Gyökeres. Apparently he scored 27 straight penalties that he's taken.
I can't even remember a time he took a penalty.
How he took one last weekend against Fulham. He's our new
I didn't
penalty
watch
taker.
the game, so
Yeah.
Didn't watch that one.
Yep. So speaking of Gyökeres, it's pretty funny. My eldest son Patrick, in every picture he takes now, he just is doing this. We had a baseball game, and the way our county does baseball is they break the kids up by school. And so our elementary school played the other elementary school, like the same elementary school. They're the same level. We played against the classmates this weekend. And so all the moms after the game were like, "Oh, get all the kids together. We're going to take a picture." And so all the classmates are standing with each other across the two teams, and Patrick's just in the background, just doing the Victor Gyökeres.
That's funny.
My wife was angry.
And you probably loved it.
She was not pleased that all of these other first and second graders had their arms around their buddies, smiling, and Patrick's just in the back. It's hilarious. Classic. I love it. So yeah, that's where we're at. Okay. I think
the games that matter.
I think that you guys are here. You guys both need to put a score on this game.
Why are we putting scores on this game?
Other than 6-5, I guess I will accept 6-5 as a score, but not picking a winner as a secret. I'm okay with that. Actually, are we happy with 6? Are you guys locking in 6-5?
Or do you want to lock in the traditional 0-0, Brad? I think it's more likely to be 0-0.
I think it's like 0-1. 0-1. There's a goal scored. I don't know which side scores it, but Sanchez is out. So we got Philip back there again.
I think Isak's out again too.
I'm down with 6-5. 6-5.
6-5. All right. We're doing it. 6-5.
All righty. There we go. Okay. The games that matter. What are the games that matter? Of course, City versus Brentford, City versus Palace, Arsenal versus West Ham. Those are the title title games. But also that West Ham Arsenal game also is a relegation battle because Spurs play Leeds. I think everybody desperately needs a Leeds victory.
Right? Yes.
Not everybody.
Yes. Jimmy, you're wrong. Yes.
White Hart Jimmy, settle down, buddy. Okay.
We remember that okay, so I understand that we are Americans.
Yes.
We are not from England. We do not understand the hate that Arsenal gets in general, and people still support Manchester City in this title race.
Yes.
That being said, I don't have that hate because again, I'm not from there. But historically, for me, between Tottenham and Arsenal, I have always supported Tottenham.
Wow, that was a long way of saying that you suck.
Maybe. But I don't want Tottenham to get relegated. I'm pulling for Tottenham against Leeds.
You know what would be fun though is watching the West Ham Arsenal game with a Spurs supporter, right? Because a Spurs fan hates Arsenal, but a Spurs fan doesn't want to get relegated.
They also hate West Ham supporters. We've talked, right. Sean has talked about this on the podcast about how he's like, I hate Arsenal. Why are West Ham fans beefing with me as a Spurs supporter? Why are they coming at me? We're not your rivals. But West Ham fans beef with literally every London team. Yeah. West Ham fans are equal opportunity haters.
They're trying to be a big boy, but they can be a big boy in the championship.
They big. I mean, they're not big, but they got some bite to their bark.
You're right. They have a European trophy. You're right.
Yeah.
They have a European trophy. Forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. West Ham, I mean, they got some hooliganism in them. They're movies about it, right?
It's a great movie. It's a phenomenal movie. I love that movie.
It's a good movie. But yeah, I mean, there's a special kind of hooligan over in East London.
The thing about watching the West Ham Arsenal game with the Spurs supporters, they're clearly rooting for Arsenal. which is like a
Right.
painful thing for them to have
Ironic.
to do.
Sure.
Correct.
It's
That's what I'm saying.
Because, and I think this was Sean's point, because I think you texted him the same point, is that he's like, look, like, yes, Arsenal winning the league is going to suck, but it would suck even more being in the championship.
Yeah.
And Arsenal are still going to win the league. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, well, I guess if West Ham beat Arsenal, then
Chelsea,
draw.
Tottenham could still, if Tottenham still wins, it's still fine. And so
sure.
Who plays first? So Tottenham plays Monday. Yeah, we talked about this. So they can't win and then root against Arsenal.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to root for Arsenal. I mean, and again, I have nothing against West Ham. I mean, they're whatever, they're fine. I also don't really have that much against Arsenal either. But I am rooting for Arsenal to win the title because I don't want City to win it again. Because I don't have that Arsenal hate that I guess the people from England do.
This has been such a weird season for me because like I understand that like fan bases are insufferable online, but like everybody's insufferable online. And so and so all of the hate that Arsenal fans get, I think or Arsenal get as a reaction, like I feel like the reason why Liverpool supporters online are frustrated with Arsenal is because Liverpool fans are disappointed because they feel like it should be them. Like I feel like Liverpool supporters still feel like they should be the ones challenging City for the title, and they're frustrated that it's not them. And they're frustrated I think they're frustrated that Arsenal are where they feel like they should be. But I kind of alluded to this in the last podcast. Of all of like the big English clubs, if Arsenal don't win the league, I want Liverpool to win the league because they to me are the most akin to Arsenal in what we've had to deal with over the last 25 years.
Yeah, they're the two most hated clubs in England, top flight.
I like with all of the new money that Liverpool and Arsenal have had to deal with behind Abramovich, the infinite money that United have always had, the new money that City have had. I feel like we are we are kindred spirits in a sense.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The two most hated clubs in England.
People really really dislike Liverpool, the city. Let's call it that.
Well,
if we're talking about proxy, it is Chelsea in the Premier League. It is.
I don't think so. From like other fandom within I don't know. I don't really ever hear people hating Chelsea like Arsenal. And I hear a lot of people hating Liverpool. But I would make the argument not necessarily for Chelsea, but I could make the argument for Manchester United.
I think the Arsenal is a recency bias, but if we're going over the past 25 years, like Chelsea bought their way into history, right?
True. Yeah,
like I'm glad everything.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what everybody says. That's
Let's end the
everybody
podcast.
Goes to.
It's true.
Right?
Let's end the podcast.
Is how much Chelsea destroyed the Premier League because we spent all this money and did all these things.
I think I'm looking for it for more of a historical perspective, not just the last 15 years.
You said the last 25 years, though.
I said the last.
That's why I was pushing back.
I said.
Oh, okay. I was pushing back on the last 25 years. Maybe historically, sure. But the past 25 years, we love the haters.
I think Arsenal people are mad at Arsenal right now is because for the last 15 years, for the last 20 years, we've kind of been memeable. We've been able to be the butt of everybody's jokes over the last 20 years, and an Arsenal that are firing on all cylinders and potentially fighting and winning for like battling for titles. I think that you then lose the ability to kind of laugh at one of the biggest clubs in England. And I think that is, I think like the West Ham supporters of the world, the Newcastle supporters of the world have enjoyed being able to take free shots at Arsenal over the last 20 years. And if Arsenal win the league, if Arsenal win the Champions League, you won't be able to do that.
Yeah.
That's my theory.
And we're all saying this too as people that really don't know what they're talking about from an English, it's all our perspective, right? If Joel were on, he might be able to help a little bit with some perspective.
I think it's funny because like you mentioned, like I have no beef with Tottenham. I don't care about Tottenham one bit. I've been an Arsenal supporter for 20 years. I enjoyed the North London derby, but it doesn't emotionally hit for me because I don't live in North London. I've never been to London. I came home from school one day. I saw Arsenal beat Real Madrid on ESPN in 2006. And then I started playing with Arsenal on FIFA, and they've been my team since 2006. Because the only thing I knew about soccer in 2006 was that Real Madrid was a thing. Like that's
Yeah.
all I knew about. And
I mean,
so
I
like,
don't live in Liverpool, but I absolutely hate Everton.
I have no beef with Tottenham. I have no reason to have beef with Tottenham because they're and this is going to sound more charged than it is intended to be, but they're kind of irrelevant to me.
Especially this year.
Especially this year. Even when they were finishing above Arsenal, they were irrelevant to me because it's just another club. It doesn't mean anything to me. So I hate Chelsea. I hate Manchester United. Like those are and then now of course I hate City. But I've hated City for like the last 10 years kind of thing because of the what Manchester City represent are the same thing that Chelsea represented. And so I dislike what they represent. And so
Yeah, these are Americanized
Yes,
hatreds, right?
yes,
Because
absolutely.
it's the same concept of us hating the Dodgers and the Yankees.
Yeah. I don't hate the Yankees mostly because my father's a Yankees fan and like I would feel bad but yes.
Yeah, so you were born into it. Though that's an exception, but
And my
about
mother
everybody else can't stand it.
and my mother's a Dodgers fan. So like I'm
Really?
Yeah, well she lived in LA for like 35 years or something like that. So
Again, that's acceptable.
yeah. Okay. So so do we
Wow.
think getting back to the games that matter. Let's think about this relegation situation just real quickly. I think most people assume Arsenal are going to beat West Ham, but I actually think that's going to be a tremendously difficult game for Arsenal. It's a way West Ham need to win, and West Ham hate the idea of Declan Rice winning a title with Arsenal.
Sure.
They desperately hate it. The fans. And so, if they can, they'll be pretty hyped and be pretty big about trying to, cheer their team on to victory. But I think the emotional tidal wave for Arsenal right now is so high that I really think Arsenal are going to beat West Ham. And
I think it's going to be a big game. There's a
yeah,
lot to play for in this game. Probably of all the games, this is the one that has the most to play for.
absolutely. I agree with you. And on top of that, I think Spurs are going to beat Leeds. I think De Zerbi has turned the corner with this team.
We'll see.
I think so, but I still think I don't know. I mean, Leeds is also still kind of in the relegation battle.
Not really. They seem kind of safe. What are they? 42 points.
40, don't they?
They're not out of it.
They're
not out of it yet,
points.
technically.
Yeah,
They're
legally.
43 points.
Legally, they're not out of it.
Yeah, they're legally not out of it. I think they're going to get relegated? No, I think they'll be fine.
I think a 6-point difference means they're safe.
Leeds has been kind of up and down. I'm not super tracking their recent form. But
they've picked up 11 points out of their last 15, so very good.
Yeah,
they're the most informed team in the bottom half. Oh no, Nottingham Forest are the most informed. They're the second most informed team in the bottom half of the table.
I think it's going to be a tough game for Tottenham. I don't know. I don't know that Tottenham win that game.
I agree with you, but it kind of. Yeah. I feel like the emotional tidal wave for Tottenham is also turning for them.
Sure.
So.
And again, it may be that they finally ripped off a little bit of that winning Band-Aid, and they can ride that a little bit more, and it's going to like get them through this last. They've got some self-belief again now. I mean,
my thing about Tottenham is they have good players. They have decent players. They have players that ought to be competing for at least Europa League spots, at least. Mm-hmm. And then like Sean will poo-poo Tottenham right now, be like, oh, we have a ton of injuries. This is our third choice team. I looked at their team last week. 3 of their defensive line was first choice. Their second center back was like on the second team of center backs. So he's a second choice center back. Their midfield pairing of Bentancur, Paulinho, Conor Gallagher is like a legitimate first choice option.
I mean,
first choice options.
I think Conor Gallagher is still a pretty decent player. Yeah. I mean, I think he's I've thought for a while that he's really, even when he was at Chelsea, I still thought he was more of a mid-table player, not a Chelsea player. He was still good for Chelsea.
No hate. Yeah. Like we sell our academy graduates to fund everything.
Yeah, and again, I think Conor Gallagher's a solid player, and I think he's a great fit for Tottenham. And when I didn't realize that last weekend was his first goal for Tottenham, which is weird to me.
He wasn't huge on goals. Like the only place he really scored goals was Palace.
Palace, but he didn't. Again, but that was
He
a
was doing like
mid-table team he did well with.
he was doing that Enzo role of being like the
Second runner.
third guy into the box. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess this is my point about Tottenham right now is yes, they have a lot of injuries to certain players. Kulusevski, James Madison, Dom Solanke now. I guess
Solanke hurts, I think.
Romero. But like, this is not. They're not. They've got good players still, like Matthias Tell, Richarlison, Kolomwani. Like
Richarlison's not a good player.
I agree with you.
Richarlison's not a good player.
He's a donkey, but he is their second choice center forward.
Sure.
So by default, he is.
He should be playing in the. He should be playing in the Championship. That's probably why Tottenham's doing so bad. They want to get him home to where he should be.
He's a pigeon, not a donkey.
No, he is a donkey. But I think ultimately, this is going to be the weekend where Tottenham kind of seal their stay in the Premier League.
I hope so. Again, I'm rooting for Tottenham to stay up.
I'm kind of rooting for a Tottenham loss and a West Ham loss, just so the jeopardy continues.
Right? And match week, and then we have actually something for match week 37 to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Who else do we have?
Because match week 37 is looking kind of boring. Y'all are going to smash Burnley. Bournemouth City is interesting. There's nothing else besides
what if? Well, hold on. What if Tottenham? Well, I don't want West Ham to win either because I do want to see City lose the title and Arsenal win it. But let's say City lose, Arsenal lose, Tottenham win, and Forest lose.
This is all acceptable to me. I'm okay with Forest going down. I'm okay with Forest going down.
So that makes the last couple of weeks even more spicy, right? Because then it's 3 points with the three teams. That's interesting.
Wouldn't Forest have the most points to be?
They have 40. They would have. It would be 42, 40, and 39.
I think if Forest go down on 42 points, it'll be the highest point total going down in
being relegated. Yeah, because
in like a million years.
Because 40 is the safe number.
Generally,
right? Like Palace gets to 40. Palace gets to 40 in vibes, right? Like we say that every year.
Yeah, they're at 43 and they're vibing on their way to a Conference League final. Good for Palace, man. Like that's kind of what you want for, and especially these Conference League teams in England. Conference League is very, very manageable for these teams in England. It should be very manageable for these teams in England.
And also, Palace should have been in the Europa League this year.
I agree.
And so, I am hoping that they win that and then again can qualify and then again get screwed out of it. But, I think Palace.
Yeah, I think Texter's out.
Oh, they did?
I
missed that.
Yeah.
I think he's out.
I didn't know that. But yeah, I think, I hope Palace wins. And I don't want Palace to get relegated either. But, my problem is that it's tough for me to pick. Burnley and Wolves, they go down. And I've always had a soft spot for Wolves, so I'm kind of sad to see them go down. But if I had to pick teams to go down.
Oh, that's easy for me.
I probably would have chosen Forest, Burnley definitely, and potentially even Leeds.
Am I picking teams that have a legitimate shot at being relegated, or am I just picking anybody?
I'm just picking teams that I don't care about. Get rid of them. I don't care if they're in the league or not.
Because if I'm relegating teams, I'm relegating Chelsea, Manchester United, and City. Get them out of here.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at teams those teams are not. These are reasonable teams that could have gone down. That are still in the battle. If I had to choose, but I don't want to see Tottenham go down. Ideal world for me. West Ham and Tottenham both survive. Forest goes down.
Millwall comes up.
Not like I hate Forest by any means, whatever. Millwall comes up, and we've got another classic English derby.
Yeah, I'm here for that. I'm okay with that. That could be a tremendous situation, So I'm down with it.
I love it. I think it'd be great. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's West Ham or Tottenham.
I think so too. I think it's probably West Ham at this point. Now, City do have 2 games over the course of this round. They have Brentford at home on Saturday, and they've got Palace at home on Tuesday. The Palace game is the makeup game from the, I guess it was the
was a
The EFL Cup final.
EFL Cup. Yeah.
EFL Cup final. It finally got rescheduled, and so they play, what is it, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, because next weekend, the weekend after this, what we're talking about, they'll be in the FA Cup final, and then I think they have another Tuesday game after that. So City have a string of 4 games over the course of, like, is it going to be like 9 or 10 days, something like that. Like it's
a busy schedule for the end of the season.
Yeah.
It's really difficult. It's really difficult to have that congestive a schedule at the end of the season when you've already played so many
Yeah,
games.
could you imagine if they were also in the Champions League still? Like,
Oh yeah,
it would be rough.
Yeah.
But
And again, Arsenal, they don't have to worry about their Champions League final until after all of that.
exactly. Arsenal now get to just focus on the Premier League for the next 3 games. They don't have to think about, like, the only thing they're going to do about thinking about the Champions League is, what happened on Wednesday in Munich.
Yep.
Like, that's the only thing they're going to think about is getting to enjoy that football match. And then there's, of course, going to be a couple, like, analysts who are deep diving into either PSG or Bayern Munich, but they're not thinking about it until May 25th.
Yeah.
They're going to just focus on the Premier League for the next 20 days, hopefully pick up 3 wins, lift the trophy on the 24th at Selhurst Park, and then on the 25th. And that's the problem, because they're not going to be able to go too hard, like, in their celebrations. Like,
I know.
You're going to want to celebrate a little bit, but you can't. I don't think Arteta's going to let them go too hard, because you can't. It's the Champions League final. Like, you don't get to these are their second one in 20 years. You have to treat that with the reverence it deserves and go hard for that. So maybe you get Monday off. But it's going to be
I think you probably do.
I think maybe.
How much? We talked about this earlier, but how much time is it between the last game of the season and the final?
I think it's Sunday to Saturday.
Yeah.
You might
get Monday.
You might get Monday off, but the thing about it is, because they play in London on the final day at Selhurst Park. Yeah. So, like, it's not like, maybe they go back to the training center and have, like, a little barbecue or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you celebrate something like that.
The parade's gonna have to wait, but
the parade will be scheduled for maybe June 1st, something like that. Yeah. So
now, talking about City, though, as we brought it up, I do think the Brentford City game is going to be a banger, because Brentford is playing for Europe.
Yeah.
And that would be just absolutely massive for that club financially, and it'd be great for the supporters and all those things. And City's in a title race. Now, the tail end of that, though, the Palace game, I think City will walk all over Palace.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with you. I mean, let me bring this point up to you about City Brentford as well. Fulham play Bournemouth on Saturday as well. Fulham and Bournemouth are also both fighting
they are.
for that for those European spots. Now, we will know on Saturday whether or not Villa are in the final of the Europa League. Now, if Villa are in the final, if they've beaten Forest to progress, then all of those teams know that 6th could potentially be Champions League, right?
Yes.
And so that just throws even more fire onto all of that. Because even though Fulham are in 11th, they're only 4 points off Bournemouth. So if Fulham beat Bournemouth, then they're 1 point behind 6th. If Brentford beat City, they would take over 6th. So there's a lot going on. Brighton and Hove Albion, who do they play? They play Wolves. Like, you got to assume they're going to win. So, this could get really spicy really quickly about trying to get to 6th because of what it represents. Now, maybe some of these teams would actually look at that and be like, while it would be fun to be in the Champions League, it's probably better for us to be in the Europa League. Right? Because you could progress further in the Europa League. Now, I know none of these teams are doing this. They're not like trying to gamesmanship their way into 7th. They're gonna try and win all their games and finish as high as they possibly can. but it's probably better for Bournemouth and Brentford to be in the Europa League next year. They would make their season next year better.
It would, yeah. But again, though, from a money perspective,
yes, yeah. I mean, yeah, you get so much more money.
The Champions League is where you want to be because that just changed. And again, you get into the Champions League, get that money injected in your club in whatever manner you see fit. You go out in the first rounds, or whatever. You don't make it to the qualify. You don't qualify. Does that really matter to those teams?
So maybe you look at it like that. That's just 8 games. Oh, sorry, I just punched my microphone. You get 8 games in the Champions League. We're not gonna like balloon our squad. We're not gonna go spend 200 million to sign 6 players so that we can have a squad deep enough. We're just gonna do our normal thing. Focus on just incremental increases. Try and maintain what we did in the league this year. I can see your point, but the problem is a lot of these clubs don't do that.
No.
Like look at what Newcastle did 3 years ago. They made it into the Champions League, and then the next season they had a terrible season. This year they're in the Champions League, and they have a terrible season in the league. So like Spurs,
they also didn't qualify.
Spurs in the Champions League this year, they could get relegated. Terrible season. So like sometimes it's better to just, if you don't have the squad that's equipped to be in the Champions League, to just be in the Europa League. To just be in the Conference League.
And it still blows my mind that Spurs were as successful as they were in the Champions League.
They finished top 8.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think that just speaks to the depth of England. Like how deep our teams are in terms of the overall like squad depth across Europe.
And I think that's why I think it's been more of a weird season this year, because I think the depth is bigger than it has been.
Yeah. We had 5 of our 6 teams in the top 8. Is everybody but Newcastle? Like all 6 teams in the Champions League progressed to at least the round of 24. Now Newcastle.
I thought Newcastle didn't.
No, Newcastle were in the round of 24. They just lost there. They didn't make it to the round of 16. We had 5 teams in the round of 16. We lost 3 of them in.
Oh, you're right. I do remember that.
We lost 2 of them in the round of. Or did City play? We lost 2 of them in the round of 16, Chelsea and Tottenham. And
City lost to Real Madrid, right?
But that was in the round of 8, wasn't it? Wasn't that in the quarterfinals?
No, I think that was the first. I think it was 16.
Okay, you might be right. Anywho, yeah. So and when I talked about this last week about the Europa League battle being really, really intriguing, I didn't know about this context. Whoever, the supercomputer that made these game schedules really did us a solid, because Fulham, Bournemouth, City, Brentford, like these are going to be hotly contested games. Like I think Saturday has a great slate of games. And unfortunately, Liverpool, Chelsea are taking up one of the TV spots. So
it's a news fest.
Yeah, the NBC multi view, whatever they call it, on Saturday morning is going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. I won't know because I'll be coaching T-ball, I think, at the time. So, such is life. All right, should we reconcile our picks? I think we ought to. So, if you don't know, every week we've been making picks through our Discord, and you can submit who you think is going to win, who you think is going to lose, what the draws are going to be, and we have this really high tech spreadsheet. And it tabulates everything for us. It's tremendous. And so this week, everybody got Leeds right winning. Everybody got Arsenal right winning. Everybody but Brad got Bournemouth right. But the highest point total this week was 6. We had 2 people on 6. Joel and Jimmy both got 6 picks correct out of 10. That's really good. Sean came in third with 4 correct, and Brad and I were tied for last with 3 correct picks total. Now, if you've been following along with us in our picks, you'll know what that means, is that we now have a tie for first place. Jimmy, you have caught me. It's the Battle of Jameses for this season's title. Now, I have been saying for the last 6 months, whenever I took the lead, that I would eventually lose. So maybe this is
I need to make it 2 years in a row.
Yeah, you could go back to back.
Joel is 2 points away
Yeah.
with 10 less matches picked.
Yeah, Joel's a monster at this.
Joel has been a monster this year. Comeback central.
Yeah, Joel's a monster. Yeah, I wonder which round he didn't pick. We might have to go deep dive, remember which round he didn't pick, and see what the picks were that week.
Match week 5.
Is it match week 5? It was that far ago?
20th. Yeah, he was on vacation.
Wow, that was a week I got 2 correct. Jimmy, you had the best. You had an 8.
You had an 8
that week. Oh my goodness.
On fire.
That's incredible. The only things you got wrong were Newcastle Bournemouth draw and Sunderland Villa draw. You know, kind of reasonably, you picked Newcastle to beat Bournemouth, and you picked Villa to beat Sunderland.
Yeah, and didn't Sunderland like smoke Villa that week?
No, it was a draw.
It was a draw. Okay. Oh, yeah, you said just draw. Yeah, I was for some reason there were definitely times where I picked Sunderland to lose and they won like 5-0.
Yeah. Same. So if you want to get in on that action, join the Discord community and you can get your picks in there. Hit us up on social media. Brad is at KSBradG. I am at James Tiffany. Jimmy is at Whiteheart_Jimmy in our Discord community. You can find him there. We'll be back next week, breaking it all down. Hopefully, I would like it to be a title celebration for Arsenal next week. It's possible. It's possible next podcast. I'm crying. It's possible. You'll have to tune in to see. It would require City to lose both games, I believe, or maybe lose one and draw one. I don't know. I don't know what the permutations are. But check back next week. We will be back with a full round of Red Card Radio. Jimmy, as always, thank you so much for joining us this week. Thank you for carving out some time for us. Really appreciate it. And we'll have to get everybody together. Maybe like have a massive podcast at the end of the season.
Like a World Cup special?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, we do have the World Cup this summer.
We have the World Cup.
I think we do a 6-man World Cup special.
Who's the 6th?
Will or Tamzid?
Oh, get Tam. We just get Will. Will will be like, I've been watching Serial all year. What are you guys talking about?
I haven't been on the podcast in 3 years.
That's funny. He bought a really nice microphone to do it too. So I feel bad. We should have him on at some point. He and I are still waiting for the inevitable Juve Arsenal meetup in the Champions League. But this is a story for another time. Have a good evening. Hope everyone enjoys watching. We'll be back next week and we'll talk to you soon.